Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for October 10th. October 10th is the 283rd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 284th in leap years, with 82 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is celestial. Celestial is an adjective that means positioned in or relating to the sky or outer space, as observed in astronomy. Belonging or relating to heaven. Supremely good. Celestial comes to us from late Middle English via Old French and Latin before that. And with that, we're going to start with the birthday of Henry Cavendish, born October 10th, 1731. He was an experimental and theoretical chemist and physicist. He discovered hydrogen, which he referred to as inflammable air. He also calculated the density of the Earth, an experiment which has come to be known as the Cavendish experiment. He lived to the age of 78. Yikes, it's still hurricane season, and on October 10th, 1780, the Great Hurricane of 1780 blasted through the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, and Bermuda, and most likely East Florida and some U.S. states. The official Atlantic Hurricane Database only goes back to 1851, so we can really only estimate the magnitude and track of this storm based on sort of a forensic investigation, but it's estimated to most likely have been in the range of a Category 5 hurricane. Somewhere between 20 and 30,000 people lost their lives in this hurricane, making it the deadliest Atlantic hurricane on record. The United States Naval Academy opened in Annapolis, Maryland on October 10, 1845, with an enrollment of 50 students. Triton, the largest moon of the planet Neptune, was discovered on October 10, 1846, by English astronomer William Lassell. The Great Chicago Fire, which started on October 8th of 1871, lasted all day yesterday and into today, October 10th, 1871. This is the birthday of American pianist and composer Thelonious Monk, born October 10th, 1917. He lived to the age of 64. This is the birthday of American actor, director, producer, and screenwriter Ed Wood, born October 10th, 1924. He lived to the age of 54. On October 10, 1933, a United Airlines Boeing 247 was destroyed by sabotage, the first such proven case in the history of commercial aviation. This is the birthday of American author Nora Roberts, born October 10, 1950. If I remember correctly, I believe she was my mother's favorite author. This is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, and producer David Lee Roth, born October 10, 1954. The Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty came into effect today, October 10, 1963. In 1964, the Tokyo Summer Olympics opening ceremony was the first to be relayed live by satellite. Summer Olympics in October. That's what it says. The Outer Space Treaty came into force on October 10, 1967. Some of the main points of this treaty were prohibition of placing of nuclear weapons in space, limiting the use of the moon and all other celestial bodies to peaceful purposes only, and establishing that space shall be free for exploration and use by all nations, and that no nation may claim sovereignty of outer space or any celestial body. The Outer Space Treaty did not ban military activities within space, military space forces, or the weaponization of space, with the exception of the placement of weapons of mass destruction in space. It's mostly a non-armament treaty, offering limited and ambiguous regulations to newer space activities such as lunar and asteroid mining. October 10, 1985, U.S. Navy fighter jets intercepted Italian cruise ship hijackers. This is in reference to the hijacking of the Italian cruise ship Achille Lauro. We mentioned that the other day as well. Actor Christopher Reeve, who was perhaps best known for his portrayal in a series of Superman movies, passed away on October 10, 2004, 9.5 years after breaking his neck in an equestrian accident. He was 52. And I think that's going to do it for us today. I hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes. And remember, if you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains all these videos. There's a link to that in the show notes. Thanks for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share if you found this interesting or informative. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Didn't I read that already? Yeah, leave that part out. Yeah, I'll trim that out. But I did read that already. That's just awkward. There's going to be a lot to edit out of this one. I just got the pop-up that says my computer's head is full. I need to blow its nose. That sounds like a pretty ambitious project. Okay, just leave that part out. Not the first day, but the birthday. I guess the birthday is the first day. This is what happens when you don't clean up your script. I might leave that part out. I don't know how all that's going to go together, or if it's even going to make it to the video. We'll just see. That's not going to go. Yeah, we're going to cut those out. That'll all be laying on the cutting room floor. So I'll just do that whole thing over. That might not make it into the video. We'll see. Changing it up.